I spent the morning watching that fucking Meghan Markle special, and it sobered me right up.
I loved it.
Oh, pull it up, Jamie.
My look. Look. She likes my look.
Your fashion is like one of my favorite things.
It's the biggest piece of dog
But she is a malignant narcissist who cannot get enough of herself while she simultaneously plays the victim. It's darling and delicious.
I'm opening this cylinder now. If you're watching, ta-da!
How bad that trailer, that seems like the worst show that I've ever heard of.
How does a duchess with global name recognition flop this hard? Meghan Markle's cooking show had everything. Big budget, A-list producers, even a platform begging for success. And yet Netflix pulled the plug quietly without so much as a farewell post. Turns out the problem wasn't the food, it was the flavorless brand.
I love a bad watch. I love a good bad watch. This is not that. This is really grueling to get through.
Yeah.
Critics say the show lacked purpose, passion, and pulse. Royal prestige met Silicon Valley standards and lost. Picture this, Megyn Kelly live on air, eyebrow raised, voice razor sharp. Who asked for this? She deadpanned.
Did you notice that at the end of every episode, it says, like, the starring Megyn, Duchess of Sussex?
Yes.
That's how she's billed.
Megyn, Duchess of Sussex, in her first ever podcast interview.
I just threw up a little in my mouth.
Why is she showing up on hour-and-a-half-long podcasts? Who's got time for that?
In that moment, the tone shifted. It wasn't just critique, it was surgical teardown. No yelling, no rants, just precision. Her takedown felt less like a jab, more like a dissection.
I love that your eyes are sparkling right now. Oh.
Oh my God. Dan, I threw up in my mouth.
Yes.
She accused Megyn of mistaking self-importance for storytelling, and audiences nodded along. Behind the scenes, one exec summed it up in 6 brutal words. We greenlit prestige, we got Pinterest.
Mindy Kaling comes on, who also is not a friend.
Agreed.
She came on her podcast, Archetypes, and that's when they met, which was, 2 years ago? So this is not some lifelong bud. So Mindy Kaling comes, and they clearly didn't know each other. You could see there was an awkwardness.
According to leaks, the show was overproduced, underwhelming, and dangerously dull. One internal review reportedly called it lavish but lifeless, a beautifully shot kitchen with no sizzle. Visuals, impeccable, energy, missing in action. The issue wasn't budget, it was backbone.
Biggest absurdity of this whole thing was just how over-the-top perfect everything has to be around her. Her outfit, I mean, who the hell picks fucking berries in a white cashmere blouse and white pants? Literally no one on earth does that.
Without a compelling idea, the project couldn't stand on its own. When your name is the brand, every misstep feels like betrayal. Audiences once intrigued by Megyn's journey now feel bombarded with curated perfection. As Megyn Kelly put it, this wasn't about food, it was about control. People can smell inauthenticity, especially when it's wrapped in royalty.
The first episode, they're putting peas in a little pod, she and her makeup artist, and they're like, they look like little green pearls. Green pearls, green pearls, green pearls, girls.
The backlash isn't personal, it's cultural. The world's tired of being sold aspiration over authenticity. Netflix thought they had a fairy tale. Modern royalty meets Martha Stewart chic, but audiences aren't buying archetypes anymore. Algorithms reward engagement, not idealism. Markle's show looked curated, not lived. In a TikTok world, Polish without punch gets skipped. People crave messy, honest, unexpected moments. Megyn gave them filtered lighting and moral lectures.
People want to listen to something that sounds real. They don't want to be lectured about feminism. They don't want to be lectured about what they're doing wrong. They don't want to be told the patriarchy is all around them.
Everything had to be perfectly curated.
It's the statistic no PR team wants to discuss. Megyn's podcast plummeted after episode 1. Her Netflix series, a sharp viewership drop after the premiere week. Attention is easy. Retention is everything. Critics called the shows overscripted and emotionally distant. Style over soul. Again, media strategist Lee Draper didn't hold back. Markle talks at people, not to them. That quote echoed through podcasts, reaction videos, and Twitter threads alike.
The honey, pouring it into her tea. Honey, 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 honey. Then they were cheersing their champagne with her little marmalade edition. Cheers, dear.
The issue wasn't her message, it was the delivery. An audience is in a court, they want connection, not commands. Megyn's tone often felt lofty, rehearsed, and emotionally distant. That disconnect, it's where loyalty dies. Behind the scenes, Megyn filmed a simple avocado toast tutorial, but sources say the final cut swapped her version for one redone by a chef. Hers lacked visual appeal. That detail, it went viral for all the wrong reasons. A relatable moment got scrubbed for style, and it backfired.
And I began to really feel sympathy for Mindy Kaling because she was doing such a heavy lift.
Yeah.
I don't think Meghan Markle really has any friends.
No, she doesn't. And she is the most insecure person I have seen in the public eye in a long time.
Audiences crave the bloopers, the stumbles, the human spark. When even your toast gets filtered, you're in trouble. The clip hit YouTube, TikTok, and X within hours. Megyn Kelly's takedown, calling Megyn's show peak self-importance, racked up millions of views. Why? Because she voiced what many were thinking but afraid to say. Her tone, calm, her critique, absolutely blistering. Even people who dislike Kelly had to admit she wasn't wrong. Whose side are you on? Megyn the truth teller or Megyn the misunderstood? Drop your take in the comments. And if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that subscribe button. There's more royalty and more receipts on the way.
This was a PR stunt. It's utterly ludicrous sending out a few jam jars around the world with absolutely no plan to restock whatsoever.
Magic moment, I'm going to open it now. Hang on. I heard...
Ever eaten a dish made by 5 chefs with no recipe? That's what Megyn's show felt like. Sources say too many producers, too many rewrites, and 0 bold decisions led to beige television. It looked expensive, it felt safe. Netflix insiders reportedly called it a beautiful wallflower. Stunning but forgettable.
One of the executives came out and said they quite literally have no talent, but worse than that, they don't want to work. Never, ever.
Oh my gosh, I work so hard and I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
She's not editing scripts. She's not editing what's going to happen the next day. People are putting that in place. She won't even organise her own clothes. Everything is organised for her. That is not hard work. Hard work is get up in the morning, get to 7 o'clock, get into a factory or a shop and working for 10 hours on your feet, coming home knackered. That's not what happens to her.
Celebrity coach Dana Carmichael nailed it. A smile doesn't fool a lens. Vulnerability does. Megyn looked flawless, but the performance felt hollow. The lighting was perfect, but the emotional resonance, missing. Audiences don't want royalty. They want real.
If you think about it, Megyn got everything she wanted. She got the husband, she got the children, she got the HRA, she got everything that allowed her to rise up and to have that global recognition that we know how badly she wanted that.
Then there was the tea following the champagne, detox, and then retox. Working hard over there, working hard or hardly working. Maureen, I died.
In an era where influencers cry on camera and gain trust, perfection feels suspicious. The content shift is clear. Audiences love Emma Chamberlain's bedroom rants more than studio perfect segments. Lo-fi wins because it feels unscripted. Megyn's show, more vogue than YouTube. Today's viewers want cluttered kitchens, not curated castles. Every filter you add puts distance between you and your audience.
And here in the States, it's being reported by tabloids that Megyn quietly canceled plans to celebrate their 7th wedding anniversary at home with Prince Harry because they don't have that many friends left.
You'd expect Megyn Kelly's roast to divide opinion. It didn't. Even progressive media voices joined in, calling Megyn's show feminism theater and a brand exercise, not a message. Left, right, center. Everyone rolled their eyes. When both critics and fans say the same thing, the verdict is sealed. Poll after poll shows Harry is more relatable than Megyn. Imagine him hosting a series on veterans, wildlife, or mental health. Lighter, messier, funnier. Now, that might have landed.
There's nothing I like about her. Well, she never stops whining. My castle's too small. Yeah. The queen is mean to me. They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore, but I'm gonna put it all over my stationery and on the gifts that I give to my friends.
Sometimes the co-star has the stronger arc. He's the underdog, the rebel, the wild card. Audiences respond to that. Reports say Megyn found out her show was canceled after. The press did. No personal call, no heads up, just silence. For someone used to palace protocol, it was a brutal wake up. Netflix didn't send flowers, they sent a signal. When a platform ghosts you, the relationship's over, and the message is clear. While Megyn battles optics, others are thriving by not chasing the spotlight.
I somehow stumbled across a Netflix commercial for the Meghan Markle show. The American actress who became a duchess, who tried to destroy the royal family, which then booted them out of England.
Zara Tindall, Lady Amelia, even Beatrice, living their lives, gaining quiet admiration. No speeches, no slogans, just subtle influence. They're building real followings by not trying to be brands. Here's the twist. trust. Insiders claim Megyn Kelly's viral takedown was strategically planned. Not a spontaneous rant, but a media moment. Time to ride the wave of Megyn backlash. Manufactured outrage, real impact.
All the young women in particular who worked for her quit in tears. She so wore them down. It was so nasty. Then when she started her own company, similar reports coming out from Montecito about how no one can work for her. She's a nightmare behind the scenes.
I'm sure they will tomorrow. I don't have to change anything about myself. I don't need to work. I'm just going to keep doing all the things that I'm doing that have failed, and I'm not going to take any responsibility. I'm not going to suggest that maybe that might be my fault. And no. It'll just all change tomorrow.
It's a savvy move. Stir the pot, dominate the cycle. Watch the numbers soar. Megyn's Netflix flop isn't just a bad episode. It's a branding case study, a reminder that fame can open doors, but only substance keeps them open. The Duchess title, it doesn't matter on autoplay. Relatability reigns, royalty doesn't. The future of celebrity isn't polish. It's presence, purpose, and people.